Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I am going to knock out the oil drains. We got the passenger side stuff coming in today. The AC line will be here probably around 2 when the mail is delivered, so we'll be able to knock that out. So we're just going to take care of the drains on the turbos. We'll probably get the driver's side turbo, all that mounted up, and then clock it, and then we'll put the fuel head in. I got most of the lines ran for the fuel. I'm waiting on 3 fittings, so this is what we got so far. So here's our wideband, wrap that in heat tape. Here's our feed line, 10 AN, so got that all good to go. Yeah, the not having the AN wrench, you're definitely going to mar these up a little bit, but I don't care. I'm not going for looks. But yeah, we got the ON3 rails on, as you can see. Fuel pressure regulators mounted up back there. I'm waiting for a 90 degree for this part of the fuel rail, 90 degree for the return line, and then I'm waiting for, what else? Oh, I ordered another 45 for the Y block back there because of how it's angled. And then I think I ordered two 180 degree 8 ANs for the return. That one up there is a Summit Racing one, and I don't really like how it's seated. I think it might leak, so I just went and ordered 2 Frigola Performance ones. And then there's this one. It's a 90, 2 90s together to make a 180 degrees, I guess. That's what came with the kit. The ON3 kit, the line is good. I mean, it's PTFE line. I got 3 different fittings with mine. I got ON3 Performance AN fittings. I got like 2 Frigola Performance fittings, and then I got Summit Racing fittings. So I got 3 different fittings in the kit. The Summit Racing ones, didn't really like them too much. They didn't seat really well, and then one of them stripped out actually. But the ON3 ones and the Frigola Performance ones worked good. The Frigola Performance ones are like the best ones. They gave me no trouble at all. So let's get to work. What I did is got some grease for the tap. Got our 3/8 NPT tap. Fits in a 16-inch 12-point pretty good. So that's what we're going to use to tap it. Then we got the little guy to help us out. It also fits in the 18 deep well. It's a little loose, so didn't really want to go with that one. Then we got our punches. Mark our spot. Got our punch, hammer, and then plumb bob. I actually picked this up on the forums. Plumb bob, mark it up 9/16 with a permanent marker, punch it in that way, and then get your fitting, start seeing if it fits. Once it gets kind of tight, go ahead and tap it and it should slide in. We got our drains for our turbos, our hose, and then our oil filter adapters, and then our oil filter plate, and then we got a Wix 5750 XP. I love Wix filters. And then we got our 4 AN line, our T. I'll get you guys set up and we'll get to work making the holes, which is probably the scariest part for me, at least anyway. That and the oil pump gears. Anxiety. But yeah, I'll get you set up and we'll get to work. perfect. So I figure since the car is at an angle that it would drain like that. So we'll let it leak down to where it stops coming out, and then we'll take the plumb bob, tap the plumb bob in there, and start threading it up with some grease. Alright guys, I didn't get this side on camera. I wanted to take my time and get it done right. I'll record me doing the other side. But essentially, as you can see, well, you can't see, I'm blinding the camera. Let's see if I can somewhat light it. Alright. Alright. Anyway, hopefully that's a little better. You can see we got our hole in the side of the pan. Lines up just perfect with our fitting. We'll let the oil drain out a little more, and we will tap it, throw some grease on our tap it straight, throw some thread, some PTFE thread sealer on our fitting, and fit it right on up there. And then we'll do the other side, and we'll get the hose ran for the driver turbo, and get everything ready for the passenger side. So yeah, stay tuned, we'll keep working. For the plumb bob, I took a 9/16 wrench, sit the plumb bob in there, and then mark the top of it where it is, and that's how far you'll want to hit the plumb bob into the hole. So that'll take all the guesswork out of it, so you don't got to keep tapping a little bit. Alright guys, so oil has slowed substantially. It's not pouring out anymore. So we are going to get our grease and our tap. There it is, not leaking, dripping. Should be good. Eventually I would like to, once I get the BMR subframe, I'm going to get a, you can get these oil pans fairly cheap, like 60-70 bucks from the dealer. So I'm going to pick up one of those, have some bungs welded in, and when I do the BMR K-member, I'll go ahead and swap out oil pans. Alright guys, we're going to nail the passenger side out.
I don't think you can really see it. I'm probably gonna blind you. Alright, I'll mark the spot where we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right about there. That's where our hole should hopefully end up. Alright guys, as you can see, we got our fitting in. If it doesn't go in, don't force it in. You don't want to strip it out or strip the AN fitting. I've stripped plenty of these AN fittings. I've had to order them like 2 or 3 times from Summit. So they thread in. It'll thread in by hand. You don't got to force it. You don't got to hit it with a wrench or anything. It'll start to thread in by hand. Once it hits the tape, it'll get a little rough. Then you can grab your wrench and start tightening it down. But yeah, we got it in, and as you can see, the leak has stopped. It's not dripping anymore. I guess the only thing that'll let us know if it's gonna keep leaking or not is when we get it all together. We're just gonna put the fitting on loose. These fittings, putting them in the hose, if you put WD-40 on this part of it, it will slide in that hose so much easier. Now when you're threading these on, you want to be careful too. All these fittings are aluminum, so you can cross set them really easy. Sometimes you gotta play with it a little and to get it on there, but it'll go on. So now we got our fitting in. I'll just put it in so nothing gets in the oil pan. So once we get this manifold in and we get the turbo in and everything, we already got our drain ran, so we'll be able to run the line. Alright guys, so that'll be it for today. Mailman just dropped off our line, our AC line, but I have a family party today, so can't really get too much more involved, so I'm going to start cleaning up. But yeah, that's how you tap your oil pan for your drain fittings. Or it wasn't really much of a, I guess it was a how-to, but mostly just to show you. That was my first time doing it, and I can tell you it's very nerve-wracking. Just take your time. The air hammer is definitely a lot easier than pounding on a chisel to try to break the oil pan. Unless you have a really pointy chisel. Mine wasn't that pointy. I could have ground it down. But air hammer made it 1,000 times easier. I think I got that for like 30 bucks. Ingersoll Rand. 30 bucks off Amazon Prime. 1-day shipping. Can't beat it. But yeah, that's that. Next episode we'll knock out the AC line, the manifold, and throw the turbo on. And we'll be done all up here. We'll be able to get the fuel head in and get the fuel lines finished up and everything, and hopefully start it. Hopefully. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps some of you who are trying to buy the kit or thinking about the kit or anything, or have other kits. But yeah, hopefully it's helping. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, drop them below. I'll try to answer them to the best I can. I'm not a professional, but I'm alright. But yeah, catch you guys in the next video.